Very good morning to you. You're watching a special edition of Arirang News this Thursday morning. We're bringing you a live coverage of the launching ceremony of South Korea's new generation warship, the King Jeongjo the Great Destroyer. Now, this is our Navy's fourth KDX stealth destroyer to date. Heavier than the 7,600 tons Haejong, the new generation warship can move at speeds of up to 30 knots or 55 kilometers per hour and can help provide defense against North Korea's ballistic missiles. Now, the new destroyer has been christened as the King Jeongjo the Great after a highly respected ruler of Korea's Joseon dynasty in the late 1700s for his legacy of advancing culture, economy and military for the Kingdom of Joseon. The ceremony on Thursday will be taking place at the Hyundai Heavy Industries Ulsan shipyard in South Korea's southeast city, and we're going to take you to the scenes of the ROKS Jeongjo the Great being launched and celebrated. So let's cut straight into the scene.
대통령 내외분께서 행사장으로 입장하고 계십니다. 모두
President and the
자리에서
First Lady are making their entrance to the venue. Please
바랍니다.
rise from your seats and greet them with a big round of applause.
네, 모두 자리에 앉아 주시기
Please
바랍니다.
be seated.
내빈 여러분 안녕하십니까? 오늘
Good morning, ladies
정조대왕함
and gentlemen.
진수식
I am announcer
아나운서
Cho Soo-bin, your host today for the
하겠습니다.
launching ceremony of Jeongjo the Great.
네, 거친 파도를 뚫고
Sailing through the rough
대한민국의 바다를
seas, defending the
지킬
waters
신의
of the
방패.
Republic of Korea like the shield of the gods. Thank you very much for honoring today's ceremony with your presence today.
오늘 참석하신 대통령 내외분과 내빈
I would like to
여러분께
thank
감사드리면서
President
지금부터
and the First Lady as well as our
정조대왕함
distinguished
진수식을
guests.
시작하겠습니다.
Without further ado, let us now begin the launching ceremony. The launching ceremony of Jeongjo the Great.
대한민국의 국방 과학 기술력은
Thanks to the
각고의
continued
노력 끝에
efforts,
세계
the defense science and technology of the Republic of Korea now stands shoulder to shoulder with that of many advanced countries. Today is an opportunity for us to witness our proud achievements, which is the launch of the country's next generation Aegis destroyer. First of all, allegiance to the flag. Please rise from your seats and face the taegukgi in front of you.
오늘 국기에 대한 맹세문은
The Pledge of Allegiance will be read aloud by Captain Kim Jong-sul, who is in charge of the handover of the Jeongjo the Great.
국기에 대하여
Salute the flag.
경례.
나는
I
자랑스러운
pledge in
태극기
front
앞에
of Taegukgi
자유롭고
the allegiance to the
정의로운
Republic of Korea
대한민국의 무궁한
for the
영광을
eternal
위하여
glory of the country,
충성을 다할
liberty,
것을
and
굳게
justice.
다짐합니다.
바로
Rest.
이어서 애국가
Next, we will sing the national anthem in unison.
애국가는 해군
In
군악대
accordance to
연주에
the lead
맞춰
by the
1절을
Navy
힘차게
Band, we will sing the
부르겠습니다.
first verse
연주에
of the
맞춰
national
재창해
anthem.
주시기 바랍니다. 이어서 순국
Now a
선열 및
moment of
호국
silence
영웅에
for the
대한
fallen
묵념이
heroes and
있겠습니다.
martyrs.
일동
Silent
묵념.
tribute.
바로 모두 자리에 앉아 주시기
Please be
바랍니다.
seated.
다음은 엄동환
Next, Minister Dong-hwan of Defense Acquisition Program
해주시겠습니다.
Administration will provide a briefing on the progress report.
안녕하십니까. 방위사업청장
Good morning. I am Dong-hwan,
오늘
the Minister of
대통령
DAPA,
비빈 여러분을
and I would like
모시고
to first of all thank
첨단과학
you
기술이 집약된
for your presence at today's ceremony, which is the launching ceremony of the Roks Jeongjo the Great. And I am very much pleased to be able to join you. And I would like to brief you on the progress report of the Jeongjo the Great. Starting from 2016 until the 2018, we have been exerting our full efforts to carry out the basic design of the ship, and we have signed a contract with the Hyundai Heavy Industries in October of 2019. This was followed by the groundbreaking ceremony and the keel laying ceremony in the February of 2021 and also July in 2022. And this is our first time we are joining us at the launching ceremony of the vessel in about 6 years since the groundbreaking ceremony. And today, after today, we will also be looking at the progress and the developments, and the ship will be delivered to the ROK Navy in late 2024. I would like to once again thank you for your presence. And the DAPA, as well as Navy and the Hyundai Heavy Industries, we will exert our full efforts to safeguard our oceans going forward. This completes the progress report.
네, 정조대왕함은 그 자체로 신해안 강국 대한민국을
And I believe
완성한다는
that
뜻깊은
Jeongjo the
의미를
Great
갖고
is
있습니다.
very significant in that we complete becoming a superpower of the maritime. Here is a video. The 22nd king of the Joseon dynasty,
나라와 백성을 지키고자 했던
the King Jeongjo,
숭고한 정조대왕의 뜻이 담긴 강력한
the noble spirit of Jeongjo, the King Jeongjo is entailed in the Jeongjo the Great destroyer, and it will be beginning a new era of history here on the Korean peninsula. And we complete this chapter with the establishment of the Jeongjo the Great, with the mission of completing and making an Aegis destroyer with our homegrown technology technology, we have endured a lot of perseverance. And starting from the 1980s, the Korean government began its mission to lay the groundwork to become a superpower in terms of maritime affairs. And in 2008, we stood shoulder to shoulder with many advanced countries in terms of technological development. And finally, today, entailing all of the sophisticated technology, we unveil the new Aegis destroyer, the Jeongjo the Great. It boasts world-class capabilities. It has 170 meters in length and 21 meters of width, and its gross tonnage is 8,200 tons, which is a world-class Aegis destroyer. In particular, we have the integrated sonar system, which has been developed with homegrown technology. We have been enhancing the capability to detect torpedoes and so forth. We will be able to detect and track missiles going forward, and we will be also having an elevated level of the detection and the tracking capabilities. And it is also it is capable of equipped with the missiles, especially the surface-to-ground guided missiles and the long-range air-surface-to-ground guided missiles. And this is the first South Korean next-generation Aegis destroyer, which will serve as a major pillar of the three axes of the defense in South Korea. The birth of Jeongjo the Great. It begins here. The securing of the Aegis destroyer, the next generation Aegis destroyer, has become a major turning point of South Korea's military capabilities. However, we aimed to achieve further. And finally, today, we have been able to secure the world-class next generation Aegis destroyer. The Jeongjo the Great is equipped with high-tech, sophisticated capabilities and technology, and it is capable of detecting and tracking and targeting the weapons systems. Our strong desire has become a reality thanks to Jeongjo the Great, and this journey was not a miracle, but it was indeed a destiny. I am very proud of the Republic of Korea, the world-class Jeongjo the Great. Congratulate you on the launch of the Jeongjo the Great, completing a naval strong force. You are the pride of South Korea. Entailing the spirit of King Jeongjo, the Jeongjo the Great destroyer will be opening a new history of South Korea. It will respond to the maritime threats. Jeongjo the Great has been delivered with the mission to safeguard the waters of South Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing the unveiling of the country's very first 8,200 tons Aegis destroyer, the King Jeongjo the Great. It will be safeguarding the lives and the safety of our citizens and our seas. Please give a big hand of applause. Next, proclamation of the name by Chief of Naval Operations, Mr. Lee Jong-ho.
해군 참모총장 이정호 대장입니다.
I am Chief of Naval Operations Lee
대통령님
Jeong-ho.
네 분과
It is a great
여러분
honor for me to stand here before you today
일본함인
and to celebrate the launching ceremony of the ROK's Jeongjo the Great. It is a very great honor for
오늘
me.
진수되는 정조대왕함은
And the Jeongjo the Great, which is to be launched today, is the KDX-3 Batch 2, the first of its type, and it will be upgrading the defense technology capability of South Korea, and it will be playing a major role in our defense. Let me now proclaim its name.
명명장
Certificate of naming. Vessel name number 513. Vessel type
구축함
destroyer.
함명
Vessel name
정조대왕함
King Jeongjo the Great.
선체 번호
Hull number 995.
위와 같이
Named
명령한
as above.
2022년 7월
July
28일
28, 2022, Chief of Naval Operations Lee Jeong-ho. Next, commemorative address by Chairman Kwon Ho-gap of Hyundai Heavy Industries Group.
오늘 궂은 날씨에
Despite the weather, thank you very much for traveling afar to our shipbuilding yard. And I would like to once again extend my deepest gratitude to all of you who are here. This year marks a very special year. It is the 50th anniversary of the establishment of the Hyundai Group. And celebrating this very meaningful year, it is a great honor for me to welcome President Yoon Suk-yeol as well as the First Lady and distinguished guests to have the launching ceremony of Jeongjo the Great. Moreover, today we are joined by many people in the Navy, including the DAPA Minister, as well as the Chief of the Naval Operations. I would like to thank you once again. Moreover, we are also joined by many staff and executive members who have been contributing to the building of Jeongjo the Great. Thank you once again. Hyundai Heavy Industries now stands at the first player in terms of shipbuilding, and our sales, 90% of our sales account for the exports, and we stand proudly as one of the leading forces of Korea. And moreover, we also have contributed greatly to the launch of Nuri and so forth. In particular, in terms of the defense industry, we are a major company in terms of developing naval vessels, including submarines as well as destroyers, and we are building them and also exporting them globally. Going forward, the Hyundai Heavy Industries pledge to become and to continue to carry out such an important role. Despite your busy schedules, thank you, President Yoon and the First Lady, for your presence and honoring the ceremony with your presence today. Thank you once again. Last but not least, please join us in wishing the safe navigation of the King Jeongjo the Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your kind words. That was Chairman Kwon of the Hyundai Heavy Industries Group. Based on our outstanding technology, the country's shipbuilding technology and its defense industry are becoming increasingly influential across the world. As a testimony, the country's defense exports are increasing annually, with the demand for Korea's technologies increasing from many countries who seek to bolster their defense capabilities. Now, ROK's defense technology has become recognized by the world. Today, as we write a new chapter in the history of our country's defense industry, we invite the President to deliver a congratulatory remark to congratulate the launching of Jeongjo the Great. Please give him a big hand.
존경하는 국민 여러분,
Fellow Korean
해군
citizens,
장병과
members of the
군무원,
ROK Navy, civilian military
현대
personnel,
중공업 임직원
staff
여러분,
and executives of Hyundai Heavy
오늘
Industries.
국내 기술로
Today is a very
설계하고
meaningful
건조한
day where we launch
세계
the
최고
Jeongjo the
수준의
Great, the country's
차세대
very first
이지스
world-class next-generation
제1번
Aegis
함인
destroyer designed and built
정조대왕함을
with homegrown technology.
매우 뜻깊은 날입니다. 오늘의 영광이 있기까지 열과 성을
I extend
다해준
my deepest gratitude to the members of the ROK Navy and the Defense Acquisition Program Administration for your continued efforts leading up to this very day. Moreover, my thanks also go to the staff members of Hyundai Heavy Industries who have been dedicated to the shipbuilding process with world-class technology. My thanks also go to the members of other partnering companies.
이제 우리는 첨단
Now,
기술이
we have finally
집약된
built a world-class Aegis destroyer, which entails a range of sophisticated technology with our homegrown technology.
해군의 첫 8,200
The ROK Navy's first 8,200-ton Aegis destroyer, the King Jeongjo the Great, will contribute to bolstering the Navy's combat capabilities, serving as a national strategic asset, equipped with the ability to detect, track, and target ballistic missiles based on its highly sophisticated combat systems.
우리나라는 수출입 물동량의
99.7% of Korea's inbound and outbound shipment is transported via the waters. Unless we successfully safeguard ourselves in our waters to realize our dream of becoming a maritime powerhouse, we would not be able to become an economic powerhouse. To ensure the safety of our economic activities, my administration will be committed to establishing robust maritime security. As the country's commander-in-chief, I have great trust in the members of the Navy who are safeguarding our oceans as well as the NLL. With the spirit of fighting to the bitter end, I sincerely hope that you will continue to protect our oceans going forward. Today's ceremony also brings together members of the country's defense and shipbuilding industries who have contributed to promoting our defense industries. Korea's shipbuilding industry has once again retained the top position globally in terms of orders in the first half of this year. We are now exporting Korean-made naval vessels to all corners of the world. My government vows to nurture the defense industry into a sphere that can lead the country's economic growth. We will enable the development of world-class weapons systems to leading to more exports and thus serve as the economic growth engine of the country. I ask you to have pride in yourselves as you are standing at the forefront of developing the ROK's new growth engines. With the national defense reform, the Korean military will further leap forward to becoming a strong military based on science and technology. We will continue to dream of becoming a new maritime powerhouse going forward. Once again, I would like to congratulate you on the launch of the Jeongjo the Great, and let us fully realize our dream of becoming a maritime powerhouse by mustering our strength. Thank you very much. Thank you, President Yoon, for your great remarks. Thank you once again.
네, 대통령께서 말씀하신 것처럼 임전무태의
As
정신으로
President
전
has
세계의 바다를
highlighted,
누비고 또
our
대한민국
Jeongjo the
바다를
Great
지킬
will be
국내
safeguarding
방산산업의 발전이 더
the
기대가
waters
되는
of the South
말씀이셨습니다.
Korea.
오늘 거행되는 진수식은
We sincerely look forward to the future development of the ROK's defense industry going forward. Today's launching ceremony is an occasion for us to name the vessel, which has been built on land and will be transported to the waters for the first time. It's like the birth of a human being. And today we have been given the name of Jeongjo the Great, and we will now be wishing for the safe navigation of the vessel. Now, President and the First Lady will be moving to the launching podium to wish for the safe navigation of the vessel.
진수식에 참여하시는 내빈들께서도
I would
무대
also
위로
like to
올라와
kindly
무대
ask our
바깥쪽
distinguished
진수대로
guests
이동해
taking
주시고요.
part in the
촬영장
ceremony to walk
참여하시는
towards
내빈들께서는
the
잠시
launching
대기를
podium
해주시기
as
바랍니다.
well.
또한 내부에 계신 내빈들께서는 중계 화면으로
I would like
시청하실
to
수가
ask
있겠습니다.
all of the rest of the distinguished guests to watch the ceremony via the screen.
네, 지금부터 진수 및 안전항해
Let us
기원
now
의식을
commence the naval
진행하겠습니다.
tradition of
김건희
wishing the safe
여사께서
navigation of the new
진수식 때
vessel.
자리해 주시겠습니다.
First Lady Kim Gun-hee will also
여사님께서
join
준비가
the
되시면
guests
제가
whenever
하나
you are
둘셋
ready.
하고 구령을 외치겠습니다.
This ceremony will be
셋에
carried out in the
맞춰서
count of
진수를
3.
거행해 주시면 되겠습니다. 네, 여사님 준비되셨죠?
Whenever you're ready.
하나,
1,
둘,
2,
셋!
3.
네, 감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
진수식에 사용된 도끼는
The axe
정조대왕함의
used today
탄생을
will be put on
기념하기 위해
exhibition in the
추후
vessel
함정에
as part
전시될
of the
예정입니다.
commemoration process.
이어서 안전항해 기원 의식이
Next, we
있겠습니다.
will have the
샴페인
wishing
브레이크는
for
대통령
the safe
내외분과
navigation
설계 및
of the
건조에 기여한
vessel. We have
현대중공업
the
BNG
champagne
사원
breaking
또
ceremony. It
앞으로
will be carried out
정조대왕함을
by
지휘할
President First Lady
김정수
Miss
이사장이
Lee
함께
of Hyundai
하시겠습니다.
Heavy Industries, as well
샴페인
as Kim
브레이킹은
Jong-soo,
진수
who will
의식
be in
가운데
charge
하나인데요.
of the
샴페인
Jeongjo the
병을
Great. A
선체에
bottle of
부딪혀서
champagne will be
깨뜨리는
broken
것으로
over the ship
배의
hull to
새로운
wish for the
탄생을
safety
축하하고
of her
배와
crew
그
and to
승무원들의
congratulate
안전한
the
항해를
birth of the
기원하는
new
전통 있는
vessel.
의식입니다. 여러분 지금 군 장병들이 지켜보고 있습니다.
We have
준비가
many service
되셨으면 제가
members
역시 하나 둘 셋
watching
구령을
us.
외치겠습니다.
Whenever you
셋에
are ready, at the
맞춰서
count of 3, we will be
샴페인을
carrying
깨뜨려
out
주시면 되겠습니다.
the champagne breaking ceremony.
네, 준비되셨죠? 샴페인 브레이킹을 하겠습니다.
Whenever
하나,
you are ready, 1,
둘,
2, 3.
셋! 네, 지금 보고 있는 군 장병들에게도 손을 한번 흔들어
Please
주시면 큰
wave
격려가 될 것
facing
같습니다.
the
조선 22대
members
왕인
of the Navy.
정조대왕은
King
국민과
Jeongjo the
국가를
Great,
지키기
the
위해
22nd king
국방병에
of
온
the
힘을
Joseon Dynasty,
쏟았습니다.
has exerted
이제
his efforts
정조대왕함이 그
to
뜻을
safeguard the
이어
country
우리
of its
국민의
people.
안전과
And
평화를
this
위해
spirit will be succeeded
대한민국의
by
바다를
Jeongjo the Great,
굳건하게
which will
수호할
be
것입니다.
safeguarding the peace and safety of our people in the waters.
이어서 오늘 이 자리를 기념하고 축하하는 의미를 담아 기념 촬영을
Next, we will have a group
진행하겠습니다.
photo session
대통령
congratulating
내외분께서는 기념
today's
촬영
ceremony,
단상으로
and please
이동하시겠습니다.
move to the group photo session.
Well, on that celebrity note, this is where we wrap up our live coverage of the launching of the Aegis destroyer Roks Jeongjo the Great. We'll bring you the highlights in our newscast throughout the day if you've missed it, so don't worry about that. Thank you ever so much for watching. Goodbye.